Okay, everyone, so I'm going to go through my cooler and I'll show you what we have for our food during our camping trip. Okay, so I pre-made some of this food last night so I wouldn't have to do it while we're camping in case we would spend most of our time fishing. Apparently that's not going to be the case. So, all right, so I'll go through that and show you what I got here. So in this bowl here, I made some chili. Now this is just traditional chili minus the onions and the peppers. I like my chili this way. And we haven't eaten today, so we're about to warm up some chili. And then Glenn grew up on a different kind of chili, I guess. And I'll show you what that is. Here. I don't want to spill it. Pretty full, so I'm going to put the camera down for a minute here. Okay, so I went to go open Glenn's bowl of chili, but it's pretty full, so I'll show you that when it's warming up. Glenn grew up on chili having noodles in it, like he likes long spaghetti noodles in it, and then it has like diced tomato, onion, ground beef, can of tomato soup, and chili sauce. So I do eat it that way, minus the spaghetti noodles. I like little noodles in it if I do eat it that way. But sometimes I just feel like having traditional chili. So I made two types of chili. And then what else? In this bowl here, I made a pot of hot tamales. Now all this is cold, so you're going to see the grease in it. So I don't know if you guys know what hot tamales is, but it's just ground beef, and it has onions and green peppers in it, and then it's mixed in with tomato soup, a can of tomato soup. And then you just put it on a hot dog bun or a hamburger bun, whichever you want. You can almost call them sloppy joes, but when I got to Wisconsin, I was introduced to hot tamales. So I made a pot of hot tamales, and we'll probably have that for like lunch tomorrow or something. And then I brought French onion dip. So when we eat hot tamales, we usually have chips and dip with it. And then I also brought, this was part of the food pantry haul. This was that taco meat. So what I did, I think it's a 2-pounder. I cut it in half. Well, it was frozen, so I wouldn't have to thaw out the whole thing. And so I have half of that right here. So we're going to have some just real simple tacos. So that's the taco meat. And then here I have some eggs for breakfast. And seeing as we're going to have crappy weather, we'll probably have a breakfast with some bacon. And then last night I also boiled up some brats. Also part of one of the first food pantry hauls. So we're going to have brats. What you can also do with these is like just chop them up in little pieces. Mix them with scrambled egg with some like red peppers or little sweet peppers, and then have them as a breakfast taco or a breakfast burrito. We've done that. We might do it again this week. All right. So sorry for the shaky video. Trying to hold the camera and go through everything here. And then I also brought some of the catfish fillets from our last food pantry haul. And I also brought, this is the other half of the ring bologna from one of the previous food pantry hauls. Ring bologna, all we did was boil it until it was warm, and then you cut it up in little pieces to eat it, and then you can dip it in ketchup, and it was really good. That's the first time I had it. And then I just brought some like little blocks of cheese just to cut up and snack on. Glenn likes pepper jack, so I brought him pepper jack, and I just like the normal cheddar cheese. And then I brought shredded cheese. This was from that big 2-pound bag from the food pantry haul, the last one. And that's for the chili. and also for like if we have breakfast tacos or something. And then Glenn likes his horseradish mustard. And then some drinks. I got a couple bags of ice in here. Now I have some dry foods as well, stuff you don't have to refrigerate. So a little bit later on I'll go through that tote with you to show you what's in there. But that's pretty much all the food we brought to eat. Don't know if we'll eat it all, but it's better to have more than less because we've shorted ourselves in the past. So, okay, so that's our food for now, and I'm going to warm up some chili. All right, everyone, I'm warming up the chili right now. I'm actually inside our trailer, and this is our camp stove. It runs on propane, so on rainy days, I usually just do everything in the trailer. So just wanted to show you Glenn's chili. It's got spaghetti in it, diced tomatoes, onions, ground beef, chili sauce, and tomato soup. So that's how he grew up eating chili. And then this is my chili. Looks more like traditional chili to me, at least. But yeah, that's mine. And with mine, I usually like to put a scoop on like some Ritz crackers and top it with cheese. So, well, I usually put the cheese in the bowl so it gets nice and stringy. So, okay, so I'm gonna finish warming up our chili, and we're gonna have lunch. And hopefully sometime it stops raining. And then tonight, I'll probably do a video in the back of the truck where I sleep. And I guess we'll just chit-chat, okay? Okay, so I'm going to show you what kind of dry foods we bring, or foods that don't need to be refrigerated or in the cooler. So these are, we put all that stuff in a tote, so it's not in a bunch of bags, even though sometimes it ends up that way anyway. But we have everything in a tote here. So I have an avocado here. I love avocados. Sometimes I'll just cut them up and put them in a flour tortilla and just eat it like that with a little bit of salt on it. I love avocados. And then right here we have a little bit of picante sauce. Glenn likes picante sauce on his white rice. So brought some of that. And in here I brought a little bit of soy sauce because that's what I put on my white rice. And then we got some grape jelly. This is one of the food pantry items. So sometimes like when we have chili, and we'll have like saltine crackers with butter and grape jelly on them. So that's that. And then we have a couple of these couple noodles. Not that we'll eat them, but just in case. And I like the beef ones. Glenn likes the chicken ones. Actually, he likes the spicy ones. And this is just a tumbler for Glenn's coffee. And then we also have the beef stew that we received from the food pantry. And we have saltines. Oh, sorry about that. We have saltines and the Ritz crackers. So the Ritz crackers I use on my chili. I just put like a spoonful of chili on my Ritz crackers and I eat it that way. And then Glenn uses the saltines for his chili. And then we have some tortillas. We have corn and flour for the taco meat that we brought. Glenn likes corn tortillas. I like both. Sometimes I'll just use corn, but sometimes I like flour as well. All right. We have some Entenmann's donuts. I love Entenmann's donuts. More so in the winter because the chocolate is not so melty. And then it becomes like when you break it, it kind of has that snap. That's just my thing, I guess. But I like Entenmann's donuts. And then we got Bush's Original Baked Beans. We received that from the food pantry as well. And if we eat that, that'll be like with the brats. And then we got a couple packs of hot dog buns. We're going to be eating the rest of the hot tamales tonight. So I'll show you that tonight. And this is just coffee filters. I put them in a plastic Tupperware. This is from the Dollar Tree. It came in a set of 2, I believe. But I love these. It's either the Dollar Tree or Walmart. I know the Dollar Tree has them as well. But anyway, it keeps the shape of the coffee filters really nice in there. So I put them in there. And then for snacks, we brought the Entenmann's Donuts, Keebler chocolate covered graham crackers, and Chips Ahoy Chewy chocolate chip. And we bought Chewy. Glenn's having a little bit of problems with his teeth right now, so he can't really eat anything hard. And then a box of mac and cheese, which we had in the tote from last time, which is also from the food pantry. I brought some potatoes, also received from the food pantry. That's if we make some fried potatoes with ring bologna or whatever else we have. So we can make fried potatoes with that. And then these are, again, I'm sorry about the camera, Entenmann's Little Bite crumb cake muffins. These are really good, actually. If you haven't tried those, you should try them. And then we brought some vegetable oil. This is also from the food pantry. If we go ahead and cook up those catfish that we brought, we'll need some oil for that. And then we just brought some butter. Actually brought 2 sticks of butter. And just to show you how cold it is outside, this has been sitting in the tote all day. And normally if at room temperature, it usually gets soft if at normal temperature, but this is still hard. So that tells you that it's cold outside. And then for us, we also got this marble cake. It's a real small one. It's a 1/16 sheet. And it's got whipped cream topping. I like the whipped cream. I'm not a fan of the buttercream. Glenn likes it sometimes, but I'm not a fan of that. But this is whipped cream and it's marble cake. These are pretty good, actually. We're going to have some tonight. Yeah, every time we come camping, we don't bring enough snacks or food because we're too busy fishing. So we wanted to make sure we had enough snacks and food this time that we don't have to run into town and end up spending more money. So we just made sure we brought enough. And this is just a baggie of Lucky Charms. But we don't have any milk, so that's been in there since the last time we were camping. But that's pretty much it for the food that we brought. It's better to have more than not enough. So if we don't eat it all, obviously we'll eat it when we get home. So, okay, I hope you enjoyed that. We're gonna eat our hot tamales soon, so I'll show you that, what it looks like. And then we'll have the cake for dessert tonight. So we'll get back to you. All right.